Welcome everyone. This is my speedrun to platinum series, and as you can see we're now ranked in gold. I excluded a couple games because they were just like one round games where the opponent just rolled over and forfeited, and I didn't think there'd be much entertainment value in that. So without further ado, let's get into the game. Alright, our opponent is All4What. Never heard of him. So let's just do the standard 4-2. I think I'm done with the West Russia jam. It has its virtues, but I just can't stand giving Germany 7 planes at the first round. It just makes landing with the British so incredibly difficult. And I don't like that passive building up play in West Russia while slowing down Japan. I like to beat Germany up. At least that's, in my opinion, is the best way to win. You have to beat Germany up, shake them down, and try to break Karelia so you can rescue Russia from the Japanese clutches as soon as possible. Well, that wasn't great. Ugh. Ugh, another one of these games, huh? Ugh, that's awful. Ugh. This is why some people do the West Russia jam. They hate these inconsistent openers. Oh, he has bomber first. That's not a good sign. Means he probably knows what he's doing. Well, we got average here, but that West Russia's awful. It gives him a free Karelia stack if he wants it. He could also tank rush, and I don't really have any recourse. I'm just going to have to give up lots of territory early on as Russia. So not a great start, but we'll see what we can do. Alright, that's it for now. See you guys next time for UK1. Welcome back, it's UK1. Let's take a look at what our opponent did. He bought the standard 271, hit Karelia, killed the destroyer, no losses in Transjordan. We got some really nice hitbacks in Ukraine. What did he hit us with? He only hit us with 5 units, so still, I'll take what I can get. And he got good dice in C-Zone 7, which is unfortunate. So, what I normally do in this situation when they have 2 or more units in C-Zone 7 is I skip my turn 1 fleet drop. And normally I'd fly the fighters over to West Russia, but considering my West Russia dice, there's not a popsicle shot in hell that I am holding West Russia next turn. Fighters or no fighters. So my plan this turn is I'm just going to buy some extra air, 3 infantry for India, and see what we can do. So far, all of his moves are stock standard, smart plays. Probably going to have to protect Transjordan with the US or Russia, because he has that aircraft, sorry, he has that battleship there. Hopefully he doesn't get any hitbacks, or if he does, it's only 1. If he gets 2 hitbacks, we're in a lot of trouble. Good, we one-rounded him. No hip backs. That's nice. That's what we need. Good. Hopefully C-Zone 7 will give me as much good news. Oof. I have to sacrifice the cruiser or the sub will survive. That's just awful. I'm still gonna go again. I don't have any use for these planes. Oh. That was just terrible. What were the odds of that result? Out of curiosity. That was a bottom 97% chance to get that result or better. Ugh. Oh, where can I even land? Certainly can't land in West Russia. That's not a place you want to take your kids and family. Oh, that's the cruiser. That's why I couldn't pick up the transport or the infantry. I can't put it there either. I'm gonna have to spare a fighter for Transjordan, right? Man, this is such a sucky start. Such a rough start. Ugh. All right, that's it for now. Catch you next time for catch you next time for USA 1. Welcome back. It's USA 1. Let's take a look at what All4What has done. He bought a fighter, 2 transports, and 2 infantry. That's kind of the "are you gonna KJF me?" question mark build. Got the cruiser, no losses, lost 1 in Yunnan. Took Burma, no problem. Took Buriati with 1 loss. 1 loss Anhui, so he got a pretty average round. It looks like he made a mistake here, putting this bomber, so I can hit that with the UK fighter and bomber, and I should have pretty aggressive odds on that. So, for our turn, I'm just going to do the most standard build. No more of that kill Japan first shenanigans anymore. Not with a 3 infantry West Russia. So, I'm just going to land my tanks there. I could consider hitting this. I don't think I will, though. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Yeah. Really not that much combat available for us. Alright, I'm going to add this destroyer here to make his life more difficult. I'm landing this plane because I want to kill this battleship next turn with the US. Alright, the sub will go here to try to dead zone Alaska. Let's move these guys up here. I'm going to do my best to dead zone everywhere I can. Where do I want this bomber? guess I'll put it there. We have to protect Transjordan from the Germans. Don't want them hitting that. And I'm just going to put them in Africa. I'm not going to try to do the little sneaky sneak up in Norway, especially when there's no UK backup. I'll put this guy here because I might be hitting that battleship with it if he decides to hit Gibraltar. Okay, I think that's fine. Let's see this. Yeah, I guess this is as far as he can go. Alright, for Russia, I'm just going to do the artillery buy because I'm a little afraid. Normally I'd strafe this, but I'm just a little bit too weak right now as Russia to strafe because I can't hold West Russia. I'm going to send 2 infantry here to see if I can capture it. If I can, fantastic. If not, life goes on. Don't want to send 3 because I am light on infantry, but forcing him to go up to Soviet Far East instead of pressuring India will give me more freedom as the United Kingdom to fight back against the Germans in Africa or move them up into the European theater. I think this is fine. Do I want to add an artillery there? I don't think that I do. Goodness. Maybe I do. I'm going to have a lot of excess artillery. I'm kind of light on infantry as it is. Okay. Do the important one. 67% capture. Go. Nailed it. Great. Should be quite annoying for Japan. I think I still go. I want to force him, or not force him, but I want to pull away these fighters here. Because I want to do a fleet drop next turn with the UK. And if these fighters are sitting here, that's going to be more challenging for me. Okay, let's abandon West Russia here. Let's move this guy over. Do I want to dead zone Ukraine? If I don't, he can move into Archangel, and I can't really do anything about it. He could also do similar things by moving into Ukraine. Either way... can't really dead zone both. And I think I value dead zoning Ukraine over dead zoning Archangel. At least that's what I'm thinking. Because if he sends these planes over, he has to go 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So he has to land his planes here, which is less appetizing? I'm not sure. Yeah, I can only defend 1. Which do I defend? Well, I value Ukraine, so we'll do that. I don't want him stacking it. This should be a bad fight for him, right? Right, right, right. I think I'm okay in not adding the Russian fighter here to give me more potential range. I guess since I'm not defending Archangel, might as well move everything down, right? Yeah, even after the USA-Russia double turn, we're still behind in attack power. Ugh, man, Germany can just bully you out of so much early income as Russia if you have a bad start. It really sets you back on the left foot. But we'll see if we can eke advantages out over time, like getting this bomber. Fingers crossed. Anyway, that's it for now, and I'll catch you guys next time for UK2. Welcome back, it's UK2. Let's take a look at what All4What did. He bought a bomber and 10 infantry, took Egypt for free, took Ukraine, lost one in Belorussia, nothing lost in West Russia, hit the Sea Zone 13, we got a fighter, that's nice, and hit Morocco. What did he hit it with? Okay, so that's about the average result. Okay, it's very unusual for them to hit Morocco because that really helps me clear out Africa easier. So for this turn, I'm just going to keep up with the fighters and not drop a fleet because I plan to land here in Morocco and I can't afford to distract myself with the how do you say it? I lost my train of thought. Anyway, let's hit here. I don't want to hit with too much because Africa still, or India 3 still is a possibility, but I will be going for this bomber here. Really, and he left me really good odds in West Russia, like an extremely attractive attack, which I'm definitely going to take up, unless he... he'll probably land those fighters there, so... Oh well. Yeah, I guess if he lands the fighters, the attack's off. Let's do it. Nice. Very nice. Got it. Excellent. And this is the important one. This can get expensive quickly. I think I have to sacrifice the bomber. I can't continue. Well, I guess that wasn't a mistake by the opponent. It was a bait. I guess there's no reason to keep the tank there when it can go here. I hate stuff like that. They mess up and they get rewarded. Isn't that the truth of the world? I guess I'll put it there. It's not safe to put it in Archangel. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate. Putting the transport here because the US is gonna reinforce. Ah, this is such an awful game. Alright, see you next time for USA 2. Welcome back, it's USA 2. Let's take a look at what my opponent's done. He bought a transport for infantry in a complex. It's kind of odd. Did he spend all his money? He did. Usually you can buy more infantry with that. Strange. Anyway, for combat, hit Bury, killed 2, lost 1, took Sichuan for free, Sikang, Alaska. A little surprised he hit Alaska when I have this fighter here, but it actually poses me more problems than you might think. So, I'll show you my build, which is not normal. I'm going to buy a fighter, 8 infantry, and a transport. I decided to cut 1 transport because I'm going to lose a lot of planes this turn, and I need to possibly reinforce Western US if this fight goes poorly. So originally, I was going to see in 3 planes after this battleship here because it's important to kill it so I can take Africa and focus on other things. Unfortunately, Japan landed their planes here, which means I no longer have good odds to take West Russia. So the other thing is since I'm going to have to commit this fighter to Alaska, I don't have good defense on C-Zone 13. So what I'm going to have to do is only hit this with 2 planes, which is a little risky. I'll punch it into the calculator here for you guys. It's a 61% chance to clear, which is good, but you know, there's a lot of variance there. I also don't really want this to be overwhelming because anything that survives is going to have to land in Caucasus, which is going to be dead. Germany's going to take Caucasus. Can't stop it. You know, if I wanted to stop it, maybe I shouldn't have lost 6 infantry in West Russia. So there's that slice of cheese. I'm a little afraid to send the second transport in, because he does have decent odds if he wants to clear this, and if he does, I want to have some transports left over. So we'll see how things turn out on if I want to add more there or not. Let's roll. These fights are kind of sketchy, a little sketchy, but I'm not in a good position to be playing things safe. Ugh, that's what I get for not killing him the first round. Alright, this is a big battle. If this goes wrong, it might be game losing. That was a bottom 18%. Game gets to you sometimes. can't send my transport up to Sea Zone 10 because the bomber is guarding it. I don't need to leave anything behind because he has no more transport, so I'm safe. No more infantry, at least. Let's send these back into Moscow. That really sucked. I expected possibly to kill the battleship and lose, but well, that's just allies. They're just high variance. If you get a bad Russia 1, it just puts you on the back foot the whole game. You have to keep making questionable decisions because you're behind, and Germany just bullies Russia out of all this income, and I can't land fighters here. I can't land fighters in Caucasus because he can take it, and you may think it's small. Oh, you just lost 3 infantry. That's just 9 IPCs, but it really has cascading effects across the whole game. And this game is pretty much completely lost at this point. We're just going to have to rely on him messing up to have a chance. Yeah, I guess that's what I want. I kind of wanted to put some infantry in western U.S. to march up to defend Alaska, but that's just not the sort of game it is. All right, Russia. Let's just hit here. Darn, I'm gonna lose Egypt because of that. Might move this infantry up here to block his tank, see if I can hold the territory for an extra turn. Maybe get a tank hit back, who knows. Everything blows up in my face today, doesn't it? Where are all his Oh, the fighters are in West Russia. 1 in 27 there. I keep trying to take these tiny little risks because I'm behind, but then I get more behind. It's just really nice to be ahead. Losing that fighter is going to make trading a nightmare. I'm going to start looking for a Moss Berlin all-in pretty soon here. This is... Yeah, we just ended our turn on Russia and we're behind in IPCs. And he has this battleship. UK doesn't even have a fleet yet. Alright. See you next time for UK 3. Welcome back, it's UK 3. Let's take a look what our opponent did. They bought 2 fighters, 8 infantry. They took Caucasus, no losses. I am shocked that they went for that naval attack, and they got the dice they needed. Wow. That is a little bit rough. But not much we can do about it. So, this turn I'm going to finally drop that UK fleet 3 infantry for Burma, and there really isn't much for us to attack. I can bomb Berlin, and that's about it. You can hit something? Oh, a sub. Not really. Yeah, I was thinking, oh, do I want to move these bombers so they can hit the battleship next turn? But I just don't think it's worth missing a bombing raid. I'm in a really tough spot right now, and I can't afford to be playing super conservative. He even positioned his infantry here to retake a Norway suicide, which I probably won't do. Ugh. Well, yeah, sometimes when the dice have it out for you, there's nothing you can do other than suffer and hope they make a mistake. Or you get lucky. Well, we got a bombing raid. That's worth something, right? I don't think it's super important that I get more fighters over here. India's kind of a paperweight at this point, so I'm just going to try to exchange as many units as possible. There's really nothing I can do other than trade Burma and Persia, so I'll just do my best. Okay, I'm gonna need a lot of markers to defend various areas here. Do I add the infantry here is the question. I don't really want to. If he hits here with 2 infantry and a battleship and a fighter, he's gonna take it, even if whether I add an extra infantry or not. We're just behind. I can send these guys that way because I doubt I'm gonna hit Norway this turn. I'm actually a little happy that he's going for these Navy battles. That puts less pressure on Russia. I'm not happy about how he got such a good result. What did he hit me with? He hit me with 6. Yeah. That's probably about what should have happened. Alright. The sub's going to be annoying for him, hopefully. Yeah, I'll keep the fighters in India. Maybe with these bombers, I really want to land them here. How safe can I be? You can hit this with 3 units. I should be safe to land the bombers here. I really want to allow the bombers to have a bead on his battleship here. So if I put 1 fighter here and 2 bombers here, I can hit this next turn and not sacrifice a bomber, hopefully. Or at least that's my plan. I'm going to have to load a lot of units here to protect it, though. Yeah, at least 2 transports worth. Should be able to do it. that's a lot of map notes. It's not a good sign when you have that many map notes. Okay. Oh, that's a big deficit, especially for after our turn. Let's not look at that. Let's look at happier things. Alright, catch you guys next time for USA 3. Welcome back, it's USA 3. Let's take a look at what All4What has done. 9 land units and a fighter. Bombed Russia. Destroyed the bomber, that's something. We need more of that. Took Yakut for free, took Novo for free, took Evenki for free, took Western Australia for free, lost none Burma, lost none Alaska, lost none Kazakh. So, other than the bomber, he had a good round. So, how do we make something out of this disgusting hot mess here? I don't know. I'm just gonna buy 1 transport and some land units to cover. I will just try to trade with Japan lightly here. I don't know. Do I have odds with Russia to hit West Russia? I don't think I do. Or Caucasus. Oh, that's right. I lost that fighter too. Yeah, no odds. No odds at all. Not gonna sacrifice a bomber for nothing there. I really don't have much. I can see if he has his subs submerged with fleet or not. Problem is my opponent's not playing a bad game. He's playing pretty well with a couple minor inefficiencies there, which is not enough. Let's see. Not enough to win with. Well, let's try this. Got it. Well, he's not that bad. That's not truly refreshing. I'm not going to defend this. Or maybe I will defend it. I'll let him have his fun over there. Actually, how much do I need to defend here with? That should be more than enough. I probably don't need this cruiser here. Not cruiser, destroyer rather. I'll put this back in India. I could tank blitz this. That's an interesting move. That is an interesting move. I'll consider that once it's my turn. Let's see, I have. That's enough units. Guess the transport can move here. Put this AA down in Western US to keep it a little bit safer. I think that's about all she wrote. So let's put the tank here, maybe 1 infantry, and the transport. And we'll see what we can make out of this. Alright, well, let's add some artillery to add a little bit more teeth to force him to add more here. And let's quickly run that 1 infantry, 3 tanks, and a fighter against his. That's actually a good attack, and I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. I don't have much, but if we can get the allies stacked in Karelia, then we have a real chance at this game. Should be a profitable attack. Asterisk. Maybe I'll even hit here to try and deny him from easily blitzing back in. Let's run this by first. Yeah, I'm starting to play a little reckless because of how behind I am. Well, that was a good result. Alright. I mean, that's about as good as I could hope for things to turn out. I'm gonna pull everything back because Japan has 5 fighters and they can trade this pretty powerfully. No reason to give them something cheap. This will hopefully give me a little bit of teeth so he can't defend Caucasus cheaply. I mean, well, we're doing our best to catch up. We'll see how it goes. Alright, that's it for now. Catch you guys next time for UK4. Welcome back, it's UK4. Let's take a look at what All4What has done. Bought 12 land units, repaired for 6, probably mobilized 4 to Caucasus. Yep, why did he repair so much if he's only putting, well, oh, I forgot how much I actually did bomb him. Combat, lost 1 Karelia, no losses West Russia, and we skunked him in Libya, so nothing too shocking there. Alright, for this turn I'm just going to buy 7 land units and a fighter. I would like to put 2 units in France, ideally. Oh, actually, USA is going to be going there. Can I stack France? That might be my way back into this. Hold your horses here. Oh, no, he has 7 tanks there. Yeah, unfortunately, this guy seems like he's actually an intelligent player, which is very frustrating when you're this far behind. Oh no, I keep doing that. Let's just do... No, I think it's fine to put a tank in there. Tanks are meant to be used. We'll take Finland with UK, and then we'll take Norway with the US. That makes sense to me. Let's perform that plan. We don't have much to do in India, so let's just trade anything we can. I'm slightly tempted to make this YOLO here in 62, but I don't think that's the right choice. I am going to go here. It's like a 55% capture. I'll leave the US to take this. Move the UK units back over here for better logistics. Does this tank have a job? Doesn't look like he has a job to do other than sit there and look pretty. I guess I can get rid of all of these. Where are his fighters? That's right, he lost a lot of them in a naval attack earlier. How much blood is going to be on this battleship's hands? Holy guacamole. He's killed 4 planes with 1 battleship. That is so expensive. Yeah, we got it. That's why we keep the 3 there. Still gonna leave those blokes there. I'll move this sub down here to be in a more compromising position. Now that I got a fighter, a bomber, and a sub, I should have had 2 bombers. But you shoulda, you woulda, you coulda. It's not worth much saying shoulda, woulda, coulda. I do want more fighters down here in India. Or maybe that's the wrong play. Maybe that's the wrong line of thought. Maybe my line of thought what's the score? Yeah, I'm insanely far behind. Maybe the line of thought shouldn't be, how can I annoy the Japanese? Maybe the line of thought should be, how can I kill Germany? How can I all in Berlin? I think that's a much healthier line of thought. Because I do need to put some serious pressure on him to get him off of Russia's back. Yeah, let's even put that bomber here so I can hit Berlin easier. Can still hit Burma, but I think that's the right mindset. Well, maybe in this case it is better. Because I can hit 46 if he keeps it thinly defended, but he can ease. Yeah, actually I do like a bomber here. It forces Japan to be honest. It's a rotten game. Alrighty, that's it for now. Catch you guys next time for USA 4. Welcome back, it's USA 4. Let's take a look at what All4What did. Bought 8 land units, a transport, and a bomber. Took Archangel for free, Vologda for free. Hawaiian Islands, no losses. Lost 1 in Australia. Lost 2 in Burma, that's nice. And Kazakh for free. So, oof, that pit is getting big. I'm just gonna buy some land units, 2 transports, and see what we can do. I'm going to hit Angel because I want to trade this with the UK if possible, and this is the only place the fighter's in range. I'll take 4 to hit here. Guess I'm moving infantry here. My odds aren't great here. The fighter can't hit my sub, but I'm just behind. I need to make something happen. I'm not going to add my fighter in, though, because the odds of him hitting it are pretty high. Well, this is what I got. Whoa, Italy. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't want 6. That's a little much. That looks better. I could be really greedy and do 2 and 2, but I want to send more units through to here rather than be one and done for 2 iffy fights. I'd rather have 1 fantastic fight. Nice. Ugh, disgusting. Well, that was short. Worth a try. I guess I'll take the art. I don't really want to take the artillery because I'd like to save the artillery for fighting. I think I'll keep these guys here for now to ward off Japan hitting Africa. I guess I can move these here. Don't really need these units just yet, but I'd like to get the fighter somewhere useful. This position hurts to look at. Can I stack Vologda? Well, let's see this on the USA turn here, or Russian turn. That should be fine. I can't over defend things here. Okay, all right. Let's see, let's send a guy here. Try to trade Germany down a smidgen. Can I stack here? Probably don't need that many artillery and still be safe. First, let's calculate what he can hit me with here, which is 3 infantry, artillery, a tank, and 6 fighters. Can the bomber hit? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a bomber. And if I have 4 and 4, that's a good hit for him. If I had an AA gun, still a good hit for him. Can I survive against Germany? I mean, how many would I need to put here for it to be a bad attack? I'd need to put... I need to put at least 12 units. I can't afford that. I can't afford 12 units. Well. Whoa, 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 whoa. Add a artillery there. Just hurts me because Japan is so light pressure on Russia, and they're going aggressively for the islands, but I can't do anything about it because of, you know, Germany pushing me in. Well, I mean, that was a good roll. Don't know how impactful it is, but it was a good roll nonetheless. 11 IPCs. Oh. Well, let's see if I can chip him down. He's actually stacked Karelia pretty good. His lead is just so strong. See what we can do. All right, catch you next time for UK 5. Welcome back. It is UK 5. Let's take a look at what All4What did. You bought a fighter, 10 infantry, repaired for 5, hit West Russia, lost 1, hit Northwestern, we suffered no losses, that's nice. Killed 4 infantry with no hitbacks, that's hot garbage, especially since he only sent 6 units. Hit France, no losses, that's not good. So I looked at the map. He's doing the absolute right thing here. He's moving this big stack here to stack Karelia, giving up Caucasus. He has his lead. He's choked Russia out, and now's his time to profit off of that and ensure I have no chance of winning. I mean, look, I have 2 units in Finland. He is a monster coming. So how do I win this? Here's my idea. I all in on Berlin, and I have a 52.4% chance to do it, which is fantastic odds. He should never give me these odds when he's 30 attack power ahead round 5. He's gonna have all the islands on Japan. I have no pressure on him from the US. Germany is at pretty good attack power. So I'm going to buy 9 land units, a fighter. There's very good odds that next turn Japan, assuming it works, is going to wipe out my fleet. So I might want to consider trimming down some of these land units, maybe. I don't know. If he hits it and wipes it, I really have no UK follow-up. Guess I can always build a fleet next turn. I'm not sure. I don't have the answer. Because it's really awkward, because if I buy enough... USA just has so little to defend. Yeah, I just don't have much. Can't really afford to count on him killing that and have some realistic follow-up. So I guess I'll just have a blank turn for the UK if that happens. Alright, 9 and 1. Let's take this. Take a freebie. Take here. Don't really have any targets for this bloke. And it's 13 on 12. If he has bomber to be protected before fighter, we might have even better odds than 52%. Not counting on it though. Do I want to take that? Because then it kind of lets Japan take that, but his fighters, if they go 1, 2, 3, yeah, they can still land in Berlin. No, they can't land in Berlin, because if I don't capture Berlin, I'm going to forfeit. There's no hope in this game. Even if it does work, I don't know if I can win. But I'm going to try. How many land units is that? 5, 6, 7. Yep, that's the right amount. Good. Well, 52%. What did I get? Killed 6 infantry. I got a bottom 96%. Well, I'm not going to continue with this farce. Shame, but can't win them all. First loss. Usually don't lose games in placements. What's this guy ranked? He's Axis Season 1. Okay, what did he rank last season? Yeah, he's a low plat, but yeah, he made smart moves. I can't say he's a bad player. He played well. We did our best and we struck out. So better luck next time. We can look at our profile here. Thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment on what you thought about this game and my incessant whining. And hopefully we'll get to platinum soon. See you guys next time.